Hey, this is Life with Sean Renee here, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This video is about another story times of worst dates ever. And they really be talking about their dates. I remember those days when I used to date, and I never really, always ended up getting catfish. I get someone that doesn't look like somebody else, and it's just crazy, like, I don't understand why they do that to people. But let's watch these videos and see what happens.
Y'all, I went on a date, and it's going down as one of, my top 3 worst dates. I'm sorry, it is. So we get to the restaurant / bar. Cute little spot. And also, he's cute. Very handsome guy. I will give him that. So he started asking me questions, right? And one of the first questions that he asked me was what I was looking for, which I feel like is a great first date question. And I answered it honestly, as honest as I could. I said, and bear with me, friend, and let me know if this makes sense. I'm not looking for a boyfriend, but I am honestly now open to having one. And let me explain a little more, because he made me explain, I felt like, for way too long. I'm not searching for a boyfriend. I'm not looking for one. I'm not adamantly like, I want a boyfriend, I want a relationship. But I am in this space where if he came into my life, it felt right, I would sign up for it. He did not like that answer. I don't know why. He got to saying like he don't believe me. He hears this all the time. I'm like, okay, well, what's all the time, child? We started ordering, right? And I'm in a new space now when I go out and I eat. Back in the day, I felt like I was very expecting 5-star experiences at Chili's. You following me? I didn't think our server was that bad, but he was so nasty to our server. The waitress couldn't understand what he was trying to order. And he was like, all right, well, let me just show you on the menu since you don't know what I'm talking about. And the way he said that, I was like, oh, I've already been spicy, mama. Here's where it got even worse for me. And hear me out. The bill comes, right? As it does when you're done with your meal. I have very firm beliefs when it comes to dating and who's going to take the bill, especially being a gay man dating another man. If you invite me out, I feel like you should pay. Same for me. If I invite a guy out, I say, hey, let's go on a date. I send you the place. I'm going to pay for the date. And so the bill was sitting on the table long enough, and I'm like, okay, you want me to handle it? He like, you can, or we can split it. Normally, I would say like, nah, I'm gonna handle it. But this day was so bad, I let him split the bill and everything. And to make matters worse, we was playing on the same team. And you know what I mean when I say that. Over it. No got boom bam. No second date.
He's talking about how, like, you wouldn't mind dating somebody, but you'd rather wait. Like, if it happens, like, that person is that person for you. Like, that you would, like, settle down. Just woke up, guys, sorry. I don't understand why people don't understand what you mean. Like, you don't understand or have to, like, go into, like, this big description of, like, what you want. It shouldn't be that way, you know what I'm saying? But let's watch the next video.
A lot of people are doing Hinge horror stories on here, so I want to contribute mine. This is one of the worst dates I've ever been on in my entire life. And granted, some people have had it a lot worse. This is nothing compared to them, but I'm going to throw in my story. So back when I was living in Florida, I was on a couple different dating apps. I was on Tinder, I was on Hinge, I was on Bumble. I was probably on all of them. And I matched with a guy whose pictures didn't quite show him. Like, it was really tough to make out what the man looked like. And his bio was super vague. So I don't know why I swiped right, but something in me was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And we ended up matching and setting up a time to go out for drinks at a bar that was like right up the road for me. I think I chose the location. And I show up that night and I see him standing in the doorway, and instantly I'm like, oh, this is not, like, there's no attraction. He wasn't my type. But I was like, okay, I'll just go. I'll sit for 45 minutes. We'll have a conversation. I'll feed my extroverted side. It'll be fine. So we get our beers and it's kind of crowded. So we go and sit outside at a picnic table. And I don't remember when it first started going downhill, but one of the things that sticks out in my mind is he had just moved from New York, and he used the word libtard in an unironic way. And then he started going off about politics, and we were very obviously not aligned in our beliefs. And the conversation just kind of kept getting worse and worse. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to be like, as women we're taught not to make waves. And I was like, just get through this. And I'm drinking my beer and I'm starting to feel a little bit fuzzy tingly. And then somehow the conversation like merged into astrology, which I enjoy. I don't put a ton of stock in it, but like it's fun to talk about. But this man was very into astrology. Like he started judging my star sign, which I could have done the same back. Whatever his was, it fit. And then at one point, he asks me if I've ever kissed or hooked up with a girl. I think he said like I give bi energy or something like that. But it wasn't phrased very kindly, and also what a weird thing to ask somebody on a first date. And I think I like nervous laughed and I was like, yeah, I'm bi, you know? It was awkward. And then we started talking about middle names. This man had a weird middle name. I'm not gonna judge your name. You didn't pick it, but like his middle name was Goofy. His whole name was Goofy. And so at one point, we're in the middle of talking about something and he leans in to kiss me. And I kid you not, my body reacted and I went, oh no, like literally physically repulsed. And then I'm sitting there like kind of tipsy, like, oh, oh, sorry, you know, trying to laugh it off. But there was nothing I could do. So I looked at him and I said his whole name and I was like, I am not gonna kiss you. And he looked very defeated and very confused as to why he had been rejected. And then he was like, oh, well, maybe we could get another beer? And I was like, no, I'm actually gonna go. And I left. And it was probably the worst date I've ever been on.
Yo, he was trying too hard, and he just thought he knew what he was talking about and make you extremely uncomfortable. Like, kind of conversation y'all was trying to have. Like, I don't know. What do y'all think about this video? You know what to do. This is Life with Shauna Renee, and I'm out. Bye.